Like, this is why I read at home. That's where I draw the line. It's like 2 full chapters of spice. I feel like I need to eat something, but then at the same time, I'm worried. Welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Christina if you're new here. Today's video, I randomly decided I was rewatching Larry because I really do love Larry Reid. She really inspired me to read dark romances at one time. And so I was like, I kind of want something that's like all-consuming. Like, the good thing about dark romances is like the men are just obsessed. Sometimes it's really refreshing. Are they also murderers? Yes. Whatever. First of all, I don't even know if you can see, but I want to read on my tablet. I am anxious and stressed right now. I'm starting esthetician school in a week, so I'm just a little anxious. I'm I'm excited, but I'm anxious. I also find that dark romances are peak comedy sometimes. This, I remember, made me sick to my stomach in the first chapter.
I really want to read it though.
I feel like I need to eat something, but then at the same time, I'm worried. I gotta text my friend. I'm gonna ask her and be like, hey, girl, I'm about to start Witcher and Blackbird. Is it going to give me upset stomach? Wait, she responded. She said no with 4 O's. I don't think it was ever too graphic. The things she does to her victims is kind of crazy, but I don't remember feeling any sort of way about it. If it is anything like, what is it, the Mindfuck series? I'll like it. Okay. Dang, honey. I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying this. I'm only skimming past like little bits. It's only when they're talking about
eyeball plucking.
That's where I draw the line. And also, if they're eating, I just don't wanna know. Because this is like detailed and no thank you. But also the characters, they have a very distinct personality. I'm pleasantly surprised. And the world is actually very three-dimensional.
It's a little cringy though.
Some of the things that she says, she's like, a very uncool thing of you to say.
I'm on page 43.
Already? Wow, this goes by fast. See, I feel queasy for a completely different reason. It's the guilt. It's such a fine line between good and evil and what is right and what is wrong and what's morally correct and all of that stuff. The thought of either one of them getting caught gives me anxiety. They're still murdering people, but they're murdering murderers and really bad people. 247 pages. Gone. Done. Knocked out. It's been an hour and a half maybe. I only skipped like 30 pages. Well, I skimmed 30 pages, okay. But it was so boring and nothing was happening and I didn't want to fall asleep. Surprisingly, I thought this was gonna be a lot spicier, but don't get it twisted. There's it's like 2 full chapters of spice. And it was like good spice. I was surprised. It's not like it was instant because literally Mans was like 4 years. I've been longing for you for 4 years. So even though it seems like a short amount of time, there's a lot of time passing. It focuses so much more on the romance than the serial killer part. I do skip. Actually, the serial killer parts are really short. The eyeball part, that cannibalism part, but it was very short. All of these scenes are so short. Are so short. But damn, that went by so fast. And this is just like the Mindfuck series, but dare I say better? You know what, that's something I gotta think on. The Mindfuck series, I think, was a lot more vulgar. There was so much passion behind everything that she did. Whereas this, it just doesn't feel as deeply rooted. Does that make sense? It doesn't feel like the same character and not in like a,
wow, they've changed so much, they've grown so much.
I like her more at the beginning than I like her now. It felt like she had more of a purpose, and it just feels like the purpose, both of them kind of slipping away. I had terrible sleep. See, there's just so much going on. Oh, I don't want to know. Anyways, hello. I was waiting for you. My son, come here. Do you want this? I finished that book. I think that was record time. My energy drink kicked in and I tried to fall asleep and I was waking up like every 15 minutes. But so I did get the second book. People were saying it's actually, the second book is not as rom-com-y, not so much banter, but there is more depth.
I trust these Amazon reviews.
But I am gonna start. Focus! You know, The Predator. You know, I didn't know it was by this author. This author is the person who wrote Gothicana. I haven't read it, but I wanted to read it. But Gothicana, the one that's going around right now, it's a reprint, and I watched someone's review when it first came out. They tore it to shreds. I was like, oh, stay clear of Gothicana. But I want to read something in between this book and then the Leather and Lark.
I don't know what it's about.
I think serial killer or a stalker. I know it's third person. Synopsis. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object in the field of death? Mafia? Oh, mafia. Rivals. And so it begins. This man.
Bark, bark, woof, woof.
Oh my god. His mannerisms and also just the way that he controls the room, his energy is immaculate. Immaculate. I think it's funny that she immediately was like, she literally went into it with like no training, no nothing, and she was like, I'm gonna kill this predator. And the way that she describes him as a predator, I am just gonna be reading all day. Today is gonna be like my last full day that I have of not having any schedules. So I don't know why, but I think her dad has something to do with these codes. Don't ask me why. I just have a feeling Dad's guilty of something. I don't really like this Dante dude. He just seems like a really ginormous inconvenience.
That I just don't care for.
Okay, this description of like these two in a room together, this is just, they stood in tense silence, their gazes locked. The silence was rife with something heavy, with a kind of anticipation she could not understand, almost as if they were facing off at the edge of a cliff, breath away from plunging down. That's literally how it feels whenever these two are just in the same vicinity. It just feels like everything disappears, and it's like, but one of them could like fall to their death. Like the stakes are so high when they're not even doing anything, when they're even just like looking at each other, and it's just, they were saying like the tension was so thick that you could cut it with a butter knife. No, it honestly is like as thick as concrete.
You have to take a jackhammer to it.
I love it. I swear this man, he could do nothing and everything at the same time, or his nothing is everything. Yes. I'm on page 123. I also don't know if I mentioned that I was listening to it and reading it at the same time. If you could not tell, it is late at night. I was so uncomfortable because if you read the book, there's a spicy bit, and I was just like reading on my tablet, listening to the audiobook, like this is why I read at home. This is why I read at home, so I can go. I'm still obsessed eating it up. Reading and listening to the book is helping me like read every single word, and sometimes I feel like it's very easy to like skim a little. I have ADHD. Sometimes you're like out of your peripheral, you'll see something that seems interesting at the bottom of the page and you'll be like, oh, but then you're already at the bottom of the page. Anyways, her dad sucks. You know, there was like a little bit of hope. Like I completely understood where the character was coming from, where she had that little sliver of hope that he cared about her. No. And then Tristan, oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a brooding character just so well done. Well done. Maybe it's because I you know, to each their own, but oh my god. He drives a motorcycle. I mean, and a car, but like, he loves like, oh my god, but the symbolism with the motorcycle and it just being very freeing, and then when they wrote it together, it was, even the simple description of what he's wearing and just the way, oh my god, it's perfect. He's not much of a talker. I don't feel like there's a lot of talking going on, and you get to know like his personality just a little bit underneath his, you know, brooding self. Because I mean, he's like an assassin. He's ruthless, truly, and it's amazing. I love it. Okay, don't mind. If you have bangs, you know. The ending? Oh, I just love the picture. that is painted. Like the surroundings are used to just enhance all of the emotions going on.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
It really is so good. But there's no like but anything about that. But look at that. I looked through the playlist and it looks promising, not gonna lie. I'm curious because we don't know anything about Lark, or at least I don't really remember anything about Lark. I don't know who she is. The trigger warnings are, it says snow globes. What does that mean? I'm so curious. And then says, I might have ruined pizza and beer. Also smoothies. Still not sorry. And it says, for those of you who came here after B&B ice cream. Ice cream? Was there something about ice cream? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was really bad. Oh, but I am gonna read the Reaper. Is that the second book? I already have them all downloaded. The Reaper, yeah. The first song is so perfect. It's like a very slow, kind of jazzy-ish song. The Phantom.
It's kind of weird.
In this one, it's like a serial killer.
I don't even know, I didn't read the synopsis.
All I knew is that it was gonna be Lachlan.
Lachlan.
Serial killer named The Phantom found out who the Butcher and the Orb Weaver are. They know it's Sloane and Rowan. Instead of going after them, he is going after the two people closest to them. I don't like Lachlan. I didn't like him in the first book. I don't really like him now. But I'm really interested in Lark. Like, I really want to see how her character develops. He's a contract assassin. She's a serial killer. So far, I like the first one more. Shockingly enough. Good morning. I've been up, but oh my god, my stomach hurts so bad. I took some Advil.
But nothing's working right now.
But I have orientation. I have to leave in an hour. I'm listening to Leather and Lark.
I don't really like it.
I just want to read The Reaper so bad. Listen, Lark's fine. I don't mind Lark, but it's Lachlan that's bothering me. There's nothing standing out to me. Can't really comprehend what's been going on. I'm not too far in. I'm only like 22% of the way through. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I tried to film outside, but my eyes are too sensitive. Come on.
Yay!
Okay, I only have an hour left, and I've been doing so many things. So I've just been listening to my audiobooks. I've been traveling around, driving. So I've been listening to the audiobook, but the first half I read and it was great, okay? And honestly, I would recommend reading the book more than the audiobook because I swear I could just picture it in my mind of how these characters are saying exactly what they're saying. And it was just, I was like, damn, I wish I read that. The voice that the narrator uses for Dante, it's just so like cold. And there's like no emotion. He sounds like he's doing an infomercial, which is not Dante. It's just not, that's just not how Dante is. I know that's not how Dante sounds. Since the last time I checked in, there's only 292 pages, 60 pages shorter than the first book. Oh my God, I'm gonna put it up. Because when I saw this on Pinterest, because I wanted to see what other people envisioned when they saw him, like when they pictured Tristan Kane, like the descriptions, because like what I pictured in my mind, I just can't picture him with like stubble. But I just can't picture it. So I looked up fan art and then I saw this post and it was like,
No one book boyfriends the way that, oh my God, no.
says no book boyfriend ever book boyfriend the way Tristan Kane book boyfriends. And it's just so accurate. The way that this man can say nothing and everything. If you can't hear that, I'm kicking my feet because, oh my God. Sometimes I get a little too poetic to where it's like, I will, like they literally are like, not in these exact words, but I will burn the world for you. I feel like it took her a minute to be able to get comfortable enough to say things like that and do stuff like that, but now it's just like the way that Tristan is like, if someone or anyone puts a single finger on you, I will break every single finger and I will slit their throat and have them die a slow, painful death. But here's the thing, is that he's not bluffing. Everyone fears this man because of how he grew up, and also he was outcasted and trained to be like a deadly weapon. Like the more they tried to break him, the stronger he got. And so now he's just like impenetrable. I love the subplot that's going on because there is a bigger thing at play, and I have no idea what went on 20 years ago, because there was 25 girls that went missing that were under the age of 10, just like went missing. Marana was one of those girls, and so was Tristan's sister Luna, just like snatched out of thin air, like literally there and then gone. 20 or 22 years later, now she's starting to dig into this and she's starting to figure things out because it's all connected. Everything is interconnected, and there's just people who want this secret to stay a secret and for people to not go digging where they're not supposed to. There is a third party. It's just so interesting because I want to know. They give you like just a little taste, just a little bit for you to just be like, what on earth could it be? I'm not gonna spoil it, but I really want to.
I'm so curious.
I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. So this book is the last book that I'm gonna be reading in this, but I'm gonna do the last 3 books in a part 2 because I want to do a part 1, part 2, part 3 because I'll be in school, so I'll only be able to read like 3 books, and then I'll start doing solo series reading vlogs. That is what I have in mind, and I have specific series that I want to do spoilers for, but 1 book at a time. But right now, wow, I'm gonna listen to the last bit of this book. I gotta go get scrubs, and today is Father's Day, so we're gonna go out later. But the place we're going is Barnes & Noble's right next door. So, okay, talk to you soon. Oh my gosh, it's late at night. I'm so sorry. What? I swear, when I walk in, after I haven't seen him for like a few hours, it is like I've been gone for decades. For decades. I feel so bad. Anyways, I think that was one of the most satisfying, good endings I've read in a long time. It's seriously so good, and the detail, it's just cinematic. Cinematic. Amazing. I love Tristan, and you get Tristan's point of view as the epilogue, because I saw it was narrated by 2 people, but I was like, I'm only hearing one. But then the epilogue, I was like, oh, it was so nice to get inside that mind for once, because it is like a brick wall, but you still see, because it's Tristan. You'll know once you get to know him. Anyways, that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know your thoughts down below if you've read this book or if you're interested in reading this book, because I'm letting you know right now it's really good and you should most definitely read it. It's on Kindle Unlimited. All right, there's 6 books, I believe. 6 books. Whatever is left is what we're doing next video, and yeah, I'll see you then. I hope you have a great day or a night, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Love you!